What's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? Mic check, mic check. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? I want to see a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, a 2 in the chat if you can hear me even louder. Yo, what's up, Big D? New streamer? Yeah, new streamer. New streamer. So, guys, new patch. We are on the test server. We're going to see what exactly happens in here. We have a lot of freaking things to digest. A lot of stuff, actually. So I said I'm going to make a live stream because this patch is worthy of a live stream. Because I do want to see the Faction Wars hard mode. And yes, I have the Mythical Champion. We're going to check that out as well, if he's good, if he's bad. I will do a video on it for tomorrow, most likely. But right here, we have a lot of stuff. The music in-game is off, bro. I don't know why it was on the test server when I recorded a cock video, but it's off now. I switched it off. When I turned my speaker, I realized that was on. When I edited the video, I actually didn't. But this is it. Per run is going to take you 6 keys, not 4 anymore. So you're only going to be able to do 3 runs, guys. The glyphs, you have tons of different rarities now, which is a bit confusing with the normal mode, to be honest. The rewards, I know you guys are curious about the rewards. And are actually not bad, okay? Like, you can see them right here on the screen. This is what you get. Up to 120 stars. This is what you get up to 335 stars. Mythical gemstones as well, thanks God. Up to 505 stars. That's what you're getting. Up to 655 stars. Up to 756 stars. You're getting mythical books here. We need more of them. Up to 840. Mythical gemstone. Oh, and it's actually a specific one. Legendary gemstone, sorry. Is a specific one. I thought that it is random what it drops. I thought that was random what it drops. But it seems like it's a very specific one. And you're getting Goat God and Skill Master. Okay. I thought that they drop random. You just had ice cream. Happy. Yo, I need to have an ice cream too. You know, 2 nights ago, I said to my wife, let's get an ice cream from the freezer. My son was up. I gave it to him just to lick it a little bit. And he smashed it all. And in the end, I did not have an ice cream. So I'm going to have one today. Good reminder. It's nice and hot here. So the rewards are good. Nothing too crazy. One thing that I'm not able to show you guys is what you're getting on each one of these milestones. Unfortunately, I can't show you that, but I think they're just glyphs from what I've seen in the raid video. No, you can get Lydia, but that is on normal mode. So normal mode stays untouched. Hard mode is new content. New content. These are the new glyphs. Basically, the rarity. The common ones, you can, or uncommon ones, sorry. You can get them, I think, only from normal mode. Then getting the rares, epics, and legendaries. As you guys can notice, power creep on speed. A glyph will be up to 12 speed now. Up to 12% attack, defense, HP. So this will inflate the stats on our champions even more, which is good. Faction Wars hard mode. I haven't really played it. I've done a couple of tries, just threw in some champions. It's freaking hard, okay? And the waves will be loaded with freaking Faction Unity champions. Okay? Faction Unity champions at every single freaking corner. Everywhere. Everywhere. Right? A lot of you guys were curious. Is the Great Hall, the area bonus, working? Yes, it is. I've told you before. So total stats. And I am on the test server, which might not actually display it. It doesn't usually display it. But it's maxed, okay? Then, talking about the Mythical Champion. I was actually recording a video on it, but I really had to go, so I did not have a chance to post one with the rest of the crew. This is the Mythical Champion. Attack-based and defense-based. Pretty good. I will give you guys a quick tip. A quick info, not a tip. I've tried the champion. I was not impressed with the damage. I still need to test it more. I've just quickly tested a little bit. I even tried it with a defense chest to see if the defense multiplier somehow are better on this form for damage, but it did not feel like it, you know. Support, I mean, first form is attack. This is clear damage, right? Each hit will ignore 25% of the target's defense. Each hit will ignore 50% of the target's defense if they are under HP burn or freeze. Also will destroy their defense and resistance. Will place an HP burn on all enemies. If the target is killed by this skill, the debuff cannot be resisted. Damage based on defense and attack. The A1 places an extra hit, a chance to gain an extra turn. The A3 AoE attack. This attack deals single target damage rather than AoE, so attacks individually, and will ignore shield, block damage, and unkillable. Instantly activates any HP burn on all enemies. Places a revive on that on targets that are killed while under an HP burn debuff or a freeze. Then the passive. This champion deals 25% more damage against enemies under an HP burn debuff or a freeze debuff. The champion deals 100% more damage against enemies under both HP burn and freeze. And the freeze will not reduce the damage. So her kit sounds really strong for a damage dealer. Okay, this is really, really good. But the damage felt a bit underwhelming. Maybe I need to test her a bit more. So I'm not going to say she's trash or anything like that, because I really need to look into it more, right? The hard mode will be available Tuesday. Then, metamorphing into the support form, defense base right here. A1 attacks an enemy, ally protection on a random ally except the champion. And if the random selected ally is already under an ally protection, it will place it on a different one. Heals this champion and all allies under ally protection buffs. The value of the heal proportional to her defense. The higher the defense, the more healing we're gonna get. The A2, block debuff strengthen on all allies and places 100% ensnare debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. This debuff cannot be resisted by enemies under an HP burn or a freeze. Gizmac with her together will be nasty. The A3 AoE attack, before attacking, intercept stack on all of your allies, shitting on polymorph, thanks God, and then puts a freeze on all enemies for 1 turn. This cannot be resisted. Passive, allies under a freeze debuff receive 90% less damage. Really, really good. If there are multiple champions on the team with this skill, only one will activate. The reason why is good, because the enemy will probably get to use Polara Fireheart as well. Active effect, once per round revives each ally, including this champion, with 100% HP. One thing that I'm still not sure how it works is this part right here, because I did not have a chance to really try it out. It's mainly defense-based multiplier. That's exactly what I thought as well, because defense is listed first. Correct, Big D. So we're going to have to rebuild her a little bit, yeah. It does make more sense, which is good, because her second form is defense-based and is a better synergy. How many months? I mean, if you're good and you're not shit at the game, that means if you have good champions, you're going to be able to basically do it. What? You get 3 runs per day on 2 factions. I don't know, in a month? Something like that, I think. And Snare, we're going to check it out in a second, because I actually forgot. It's something to do with the turn meter and stuff. 1 sec. Actually, wait. What am I doing? Let's go back right here. The debuffs list. So we have 2 new debuffs. We have Ensnare. Any turn meter increase effects received by a champion with an Ensnare debuff will be reduced by 50% or by 100. Assuming she has the big version, and not the small version. Okay? It will take 7 rotations if you clear... if you clear all 3 stages every rotation. Yeah, so what's that? Someone do the math, please. So that's what Ensnare does. Basically, it stops any enemy from earning turn meter. We need 2 full months of free... You will need it because it's hard. It's actually hard. So if Curse City was hard, Synthranos, think twice, okay? Think twice. Okay, so this is the Mythical Champion. We do have a few more new champions. I can't remember if I put them in the vault already. I haven't. Okay, so let me start with the dwarf. I actually like the dwarf. It seems really, really good. Where the heck are they hiding? No, I can't remember. Did I put blessings on them? I haven't put blessings on them. So I have one right here. One right here. And my dwarf. There we go. Uzol of the Jade. This is an attack-based champion, guys. Attacks an enemy, has a chance of granting an extra turn. If this attack kills an enemy, grants an extra turn. The A2 attacks all enemies. Before attacking, reduces the value of any shield buffs on all enemies by 100% and places a defense down for 2 turns. These effects cannot be resisted if the skill was used on an extra turn. Has a chance of granting an extra turn. This chance increases by 10% for each critical hit. The A3 attacks an enemy, will ignore shield, block damage, and unkillable. Will also ignore stone skin buffs and 100% of the target's defense if this skill was used on an extra turn or an instant turn. Shuzan, here I come. With a passive, increases the chance for all allies to gain an extra turn by 5%. This champion deals 25% more damage on extra turns. So, pretty interesting. It's all about extra turns. I like his kit quite a bit. With Shuzan, seems like a crazy good combo. With Freya and... What other champions give instant turn, guys? I know he's another one, but I forgot which one. I haven't looked at that just yet, Inman, but we're going to check it in a second. I haven't looked at it yet. Then we have a new demon spawn, support champion, force affinity. Looks pretty cool. Speed aura for all battles. Attacks an enemy, transfers all debuffs from the champion to the target. These effects cannot be resisted if the champion is under 3 or more debuffs. A2 heals all allies by 25% of the max HP, then places an increased defense and an increased speed on all allies on a 3-turn cooldown. With the A3, revives a single ally with 50% HP, 100% HP and 50% turn meter, and fully resets the cooldowns of all of their skills on a 4-turn cooldown. This is actually a nice revive. I wish it would have been on a 3-turn cooldown because it's a single target revive. But all the skills are on cooldown. So this can be very nice for the Chimera. Unfortunately, there is no cleanse in here though. With a passive, at the start of this champion's turn, transfers 1 debuff from each ally to this champion. Will not transfer crowd control debuffs. And these effects cannot be resisted or blocked. At the end of this champion's turn, fills the turn meter of all allies by 10% and an additional 2% for each debuff on the champion. Interesting, not insane. Not insane in my opinion, but it's a pretty decent one. Then, moving on to the Void one. I actually forgot what this one does. Sylvan Watcher, defense-based champion. Decent stats. Looks badass. I love the design on this one. She kind of looks like a high elf to me rather than a Sylvan Watcher, but who am I to judge them, right? With the A1, attacks an enemy, places a decreased attack and a decreased crit rate on the target for 2 turns, and has a chance to... basically, has a chance that these debuffs cannot be resisted or blocked, sorry. A2, attacks an enemy. If the target has 50% HP or less, this attack is always critical, and will ignore 50% of the target's defense. Then, will place a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns. The value of the shield is equal to the difference between the target's current HP and the target's max HP. If the target is a boss, the value of the shield is proportional to this champion's defense instead. If the target is skilled, also reduces the cooldowns of all ally skills by 2 turns. So this sounds really interesting for Faction Wars, Curse City, possibly for a lot of other PvE content, PvP content as well. And the A3 heals all allies. The value of the heal is proportional to her defense. Places an immunity and an ally protection buff on all allies for 2 turns. The passive places a block damage buff on all allies for 1 round at the start, for 1 turn at the start of the round. And each time this champion's HP drops below 50. Even better. This is really, really good, actually. Really good. Prisma gives instant turn. There you go. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one. I knew it was another one, but I couldn't remember the name. Damn. Is that much delay on the stream, guys? Because I talked about the instant turn like 5 minutes ago almost. And defense aura for all battles. I think that's it in terms of new champions. I haven't seen another one on my account. I haven't seen another one on the index, but I'm quickly gonna give it another browse just to make sure that I haven't missed any of them. This one is not new. No. This was added a while ago, right? Karen was added last patch. Skinwalkers. Man, I need a reviver for the Orc faction. Oof. I need Raka. I need Raka. Nothing else there. Nothing else here. Or here. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Okay. So, the new champions don't look too bad, to be honest. They don't look too... I do have Tagwar, actually, yeah. So I don't really need to stress about Raka. I forgot about Tagwar. Nobody to empower Carnage, and I'm very curious who's going to empower this champion. Right? Very curious. Then, the next thing, guys, because we have more. We have more. Forge. Relics. Index. Faction Wars Group Relics. Here they come. So let's start with Torch of Thraldom. HP, defense, attack. That's what you're getting. Wearer has their stats increased by 1% per each ally from the same faction. Nobody empowers Ambrose either, yeah. So this relic doesn't seem too good. Mind of Markat. Accuracy, speed, and HP. The wearer has a chance of placing a fatigue debuff for 1 turn with each hit. That's the new debuff, which is kind of like shite, to be honest. Something with sleep, but it's pretty weak. If I remember it correctly. That's a mythical one, yeah. The legendary Eternal Soul Gale Gowl. HP, attack, and crit damage. The first hit received by the wearer from each enemy in a round will deal 10% less damage. Each subsequent hit from each enemy that round will deal 5% less damage. I mean, doesn't feel that great either, right? Yeah, it's... Then the collective. I like the design on this one. 3 damage, HP, and speed. The wearer deals 1% more damage per buff on them. Removes all buffs from the wearer at the end of each turn. So this, I think this will be good for strats where you're planning to go in and one shot or something crazy like that, you know. But in a long run, in a long fight, I don't necessarily think that is that great. And you're getting crit damage, HP, and speed. The stats are good on this one for HP-based nuker. Or seer, yeah, correct. Correct. But do we need more OP stuff on seer? Maybe for faction wars, right? Does that include protected buffs? I'm not sure. I haven't tried it, bro. The Hammer of Ending, HP, attack, and crit damage. Most likely, you can now remove the protected buffs, but we're gonna see. Yo, Remus, salute. What's up? What's up, bro? I haven't seen you in like 2,800 years. The Mythicals are pretty weak sauce, yeah. The wearer has a chance of placing an unresistible stun debuff on a single target for one turn whenever they reduce a target's HP by 30% or more with a single skill. This is nice. This is going to be nice for faction wars. Unresistible stun is like having a stun set without having a stun set, you know? So this is nice. But the thing is, can you actually deal 30% damage on one of those targets? Or you're gonna struggle with it, you know? How long did it took? I can't remember. I think on those missions I've wasted like... On one of them I wasted around 15k energy. I think that was the boots one, yeah. Then we have Perchit Shadow. HP, defense, and speed. Wearer has a 10% chance to receive an extra turn when using their default skill, if at least one active skill is on cooldown. This is actually not bad. This is actually not bad. But the stats kind of suck on it, so it's not going to be great on damage dealers. This can be nice on some form of support, revivers, something like that. Debuffers up to an extent, I guess. Depending which one, you know. Rares, we have the Arachnelixir, attack, HP, and accuracy. Wearer's poison debuffs deal bonus damage equal to 50% of the wearer's attack. So if I have 10k attack, a poison is going to deal an additional of 5k attack. Is that it? Which is going to increase to what? 150%. So it's going to be 15k. Not that great, huh? Yeah, that can go on Rotos, yeah. And Codex Luminis. HP, defense, and resistance. The wearer receives 5% less damage from champions that have a different affinity. Weak sauce, okay? No new gemstones. I don't think we have any new ones, no. And that's about it in terms of new stuff. Now, let me show you this part. 7 to 12%. 12, baby! Okay, 8. Ouch. 1,150. 650. Ouch. Okay, so that's how the new glyphs look like. In case if you were wondering. 12%, baby. No 12%. Give me 12 speed. 9 speed. Okay. Give me max freaking defense. 60. No max defense. I like the new glyphs too. All the ranges, I think I already showed them, bro. If you're gonna go back on the stream, you're gonna be able to see them. So when we talked about faction wars, I showed all the range for them. Accuracy 24, better than 16, right? So yeah, that actually seems pretty good in terms of glyphs. I'm happy with that. I have no idea about the drop rates. But as I've mentioned before, you're only going to be able to do 3 runs per day in hard mode. Unlike normal, where you can do 4, only 3. It's going to cost you 6 keys. Now, the next thing is the new Fusion Champion important for the Sylvan Watchers. Somehow there was a way to basically find out the restrictions. I still don't know exactly how. Conditions. You go to conditions. You go to... where is it? Shadowkin. Okay. Stage 1, place 10 stun debuffs. Stage 2, place 10 provoke. Stage 3, place 10 HP burn. Stage 4, manipulate skill cooldowns 10 times. Stage 5, land 40 hits on enemies while they are under a leech debuff. Stage 6, manipulate thermometer 40 times. Stage 7, clear the stage in 100 turns. Stage 8, place 15 stun debuffs. Stage 9, place 15 provoke debuffs. Stage 10, use at least 3 epics. Stage 11, land 60 hits on enemies while they're under leech. Stage 12, manipulate skill cooldowns. Defeat all enemies when they have no buffs. Clear the stage in 150 turns. Beat the stage with all champions alive at all times. Defeat 10 enemies while your champions are under perfect veil. Shadowkin, do we have somebody that gives perfect veil to the entire team? Or actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just the one that kills them, basically. Don't land any weak hits. Defeat 4+ enemies before they take a turn. Defeat 3 enemies while they're under 10 debuffs. Don't let your enemies use any active skills. Stun, provoke, lock skills. Works. Clear the stage in 200 turn. I will check the new champion, yeah, in a bit. Yo, Garrett, I won't have time to log in on any accounts, bro. I still have a lot of work to do. And tomorrow is my wife's birthday, so tomorrow I'm not going to be away. Sunday I'm not going to be away either. Unfortunately, I'm just too packed, bro. If you need any type of help, either asking here your question, either post it in Discord, and somebody will reply if I don't do it myself, you know. Isimaya will be needed for stage 19 for sure. Yeah, I think so. You need a 10 debuffs, yeah. So, it's not a necessity to have him in the team, right? One champion that the Shadowkin has and is really, really good. Jing1. Block active skills, block buffs, decrease crit damage, decrease accuracy. But together with this trashy fusion, which will bring, what is it? Fear, decrease crit damage, decrease crit rate. You're going to get easily to 10 debuffs. So I think on that stage, yes, he will be important. But other than that, he will only become relevant for you guys if you don't have enough champions from this faction. Okay? I think even freaking Ginro might be good on there. Stun, block debuffs, block damage, increase defense, counterattack. The provoke. This can be can be good, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Karato. Block active skills. It's gonna be nice. Yeah, so I guess you can definitely use him, yeah. Skratch gonna get in his birthday, so nah, I don't have one of those, bro. I don't have one of those. Right. Next thing. I'm just quickly gonna make you a quick demonstration of what I'm talking about. Let's go stage 20. Is this a good team for Faction Wars, you think? What other champion should I put in here? Should we put a Reviver? Godseeker and Eerie? Let's go with the Reviver. Or no, let's go with her, right? I'm not sure if she has gear though. No, she doesn't. Let me just quickly build her. Lady Noelle, where are you hiding? What should we put her on? A bolster? I'm not even sure about the stat requirements. I don't want to show you the conditions on that stage. I just want to show you difficulty. Or do I have an HP one, actually? Okay, too much crit damage on that, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to put protection. So let's do something else. Truth be told, I have no idea what speeds they have or anything like that. Right. So, I'm gonna go with speed and bolster, guys, okay? I'm gonna fuse him just for faction wars. That's the only reason why I'm doing the fusion. That's the only reason why I'm doing that fusion. So, as I was saying, bolster, just in case if we need it. Good helmet with speed. I have a quad summer, bro. Where is it? I don't need a... Probably we need at least 500 accuracy. Probably. Maybe I'm gonna go with a perception actually next to it. What should we get on this one though? Cheap. I could use Sir Nicholas in the team as well though, so we can definitely try it, not a problem. What blessing should we get on her, man? Like, good question. Let's get cruelty because she does have an AoE, right? Does she attack actually? Wait, she attacks? No, she doesn't attack with that. So no. That's bad. I'm really not sure what... Let's get Life Harvest, just in case, if we need it. I'm not gonna give her a relic. I should have masteries on her. Okay. She's decent. We do have over 500 accuracy. So let's see. Beat stage, 5 champions, no losses. Keep all of your champions above 75% HP. That shouldn't really be a problem. We can drop Martyr and bring in Sir Dick, for example, right? He has gear, not the craziest, not the best, not the worst. Let's just say he's decent. But I want to show you the actual difficulty, okay? Salute, Andre. What's up? Hegemon, okay. UDK, my friend. Interesting, isn't it? Interesting. Yo, home from work, checking your YouTube video before joining raid. Welcome home from work, bro. So, I personally do not mind it, okay? I think having challenging content is great and all that stuff. But I just want you guys to be well aware of its difficulty, okay? So, by any means, this is not a walk in the park, okay? This is not a walk in the park. Now, if I'm rebuilding my team right here, if I'm putting some of them in a stone skin plus stun sets, Venus, for example, a good call on that. Just more champions on stone skin, bring in crowd control. This won't really be much of an issue, okay? But because the hegemon instantly locks us, it becomes hard. So you can 100% go around it. But once again, you see, the champions that were not under stone skin, they instantly got locked. So immunity, stone skin, bolster, stun will be your absolute best and most important friend. Okay? That's how it's going to go. I haven't even checked the bosses yet, to be honest. I know they're doing some funky different things. So this is the Tainted Protector. It will attack all enemies. It will have a chance to place a True Fear. Revives all that allies with 50% HP and turn meter. Places a Berserk debuff on all allies for 2 turns. And places a decreased speed on all enemies for 2 turns. Places an increased crit rate and an increased crit damage on all allies for 2 turns if at least one ally is alive. Then teams up with all allies to attack a single enemy if at least one ally is alive. If all allies are dead, we'll place a block damage buff on Tainted Protector for 1 turn instead. Block buffs, 3 buffs, etc. All of that stuff will work just fine, right? Yo, what's up, Smog? How you doing, buddy? Hello, everybody that's coming into the stream. I'm not trying to ignore anyone. I'm just trying to basically drop all of this information for you guys, and then we'll get a bit more chatty, you know? Passive, Tainted Protector counterattacks whenever an ally is attacked. Heals that ally by 5% of their max HP. Then, immune to crowd control debuffs, including Enfeeble, immune to HP exchange, blah, 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 immune to cooldown increase. All turn meter reduction effects are decreased by 50% when used against the boss. Decreases the damage inflicted by the boss for each awakening level. You guys know the drill with all these passives is the same for all of the new bosses. Not just faction wars, dungeons, etc., right? Damage from skills that scale based on enemy max HP cannot exceed 5%. 5, not 10. 5% of the boss's max HP. So, places where you were kind of like relying on enemy max HP, factions, right, is definitely going to be kind of like a different story. A different story. But yeah, that's Tainted Protector. Moving on to the next one. Tainted Mirrorer. AoE attack has a chance to place True Fear and a block active skills for 1 turn on all of your team. The chance to place debuffs increases by 15% for each buff on the boss. Attacks all enemies, steals all buffs from all enemies, transfers all debuffs from himself to a target, applies a debuff spread, and puts it on all of your team. Increases the duration of all buffs on all allies, and increases the duration of all debuffs by 1 turn on all enemies. Exchanges remaining HP levels with the target enemy with the highest HP. Then the HP levels of all enemies will be brought down to the level of the enemy with the lowest HP. You guys know the drill with this one. He's been doing that since the beginning. And now has a chance to convert all active debuffs on those that are placed on himself into a mirror equivalent buff. Also has a chance to convert all active buffs on those that are placed on an enemy into their mirrored equivalent debuffs. So you know what I'm saying to this boss? F you! Because it's gonna be so much RNG with that 30% chance every freaking turn when he's moving this bastard. He can turn our buffs into debuffs, turn his debuffs into buffs, and then just shit on us and steal all of the buffs and send all of the debuffs to us. Like, this is disgusting, okay? This is disgusting, actually. And the rest is the same. I'm not gonna go over the same trash, you know? But yeah, looks like Satan's greatest general, pretty much. Then, which other one we have right here? Tainted Disruptor. AoE attack, provoke for 2 turns. AoE attack, fear, and block buffs for 2 turns. Fully heals all allies except himself. A taunt on himself. The turn meter level of all enemies will be brought down to the level of the enemy with the lowest turn meter. When attacked, has a chance to place a freeze. Whenever a freeze debuff is placed, also places a continuous heal on all allies except himself. Not looking very good. They are 5 in total, if I remember it correctly. Or they're not that many. Are they 5 or no? I can't remember how many faction war bosses there are. They're not only 3 though. There we go. We got another one right here. Tainted Dueler. Attacks all enemies. Ignore 100% of each target's defense. Yeah, 9-piece protection will be good. So, AoE attack ignores all defense. Transfers all the debuffs from the boss to all enemies. The debuffs cannot be resisted. Places a true fear on a random enemy. The debuff cannot be resisted. A stun on all enemies except the enemy under true fear. This is the same. Grants an extra turn now. I don't think before he was... Actually, yes, he was gaining an extra turn. Places a reflect damage buff on himself. Block buffs. Strip buffs will be important. Provoke on all enemies. Pain link on the enemy with the highest crit damage. Anything else? When calculating the damage inflicted by Pain link debuff, the attacker's skill multiplier is decreased by 75%. The damage inflicted by the Pain link debuff will ignore 100% of the target's defense. Lovely. Fills his turn meter every time he loses 1% HP. Only counts damage from attacks. If his turn meter... If he has the turn meter filled by 20% or more from a single attack, places a Berserker debuff on the attacker for 2 turns, and this cannot be resisted. He gains... he takes more damage, but deals more damage too with the debuff, though. Heals himself by 50% of the damage when attacking enemies under the Berserk debuff. Right. Sounds really fun. They're 4? Okay, they're 4. So, these are all of the 4 bosses, guys. It sounds really fun, doesn't it? 150 turns as well. 150 turns as well. I feel like Kaja the Rai will be the better one in here. Staltus with the stun. Just for shit and giggles. Let's go in the run. I already clicked through all of the condition, Leon. I think, or actually, no, I haven't. We're gonna do it in a second. I only looked at one faction, my bad. So, just out of curiosity, to see what happens here, right? Okay, Taras does the job. Baron does the job. Taras does the job. Ronda does the job. It seems like the waves on the boss are easier. It seems like the boss on the waves are easier. We don't want to apply those debuffs because he's gonna cleanse anyway. But you need a better support than Marichka here. Like, Marichka is not gonna cut it. You need a proper reviver. And you need someone to strip those buffs as well. The reflect damage can be annoying. Look at that freaking thing, bro. I mean, why not? Why not? Just give me more. Give me more. Ronda might be bad here. Ronda might be bad here. Oh, Taras died. Okay. Taras died. Doesn't Taras have a good passive that keeps him alive? Does it work versus this boss? Or it doesn't? Ronda dead. I knew that that was going to be the case because of the reflect damage. So if you build your team around it, so I haven't really came with a proper prepared team in here, okay? But if you do it, it doesn't seem that hard, this boss. But you need a good reviver. You need a very good reviver in here. You need a very good reviver. Provoke. Reflect damage again. Let's put that. Decrease it. Oh, no. Bad call. I was going to say, let's put the debuffs again, but that was a bad decision. We are killing the boss. Oh, this is stage 14, bro. What the heck? I thought that I was on the last stage, man. What the heck? That's why it felt easier. That's why it felt easier. Okay. Why am I seeing a common glyph on hard difficulty? Did not the guy in the video that Raid posted, didn't he freaking showed rare, epic, and legendary in hard mode faction wars? Didn't he show that? Why am I seeing a freaking common? Ah, lower stages. Lower stages. Okay. No, all the stages, man. So you can... Come on, Plarium. Come on, Plarium. What the F, bro? Like, I'm wasting my 6 keys on stage 21 to have a 80% chance to get a common glyph? Seriously? I thought that shit was left for normal mode, bro. GTFO. GTFO. On fast speed, please. That sucks, bro. Right, what is this boss doing? True Fear. Revives. Yo, FIFA, what's up? The Greer, what's up, bro? How you doing? Man, I'm so gutted for that. I'll be very honest with you guys. I'm super gutted for that. I was really not expecting it. I really thought that at least we're not gonna get that shit, you know? Pardon my French. It really sucks. It really sucks. What's up, the Greer? How you doing, bro? Let's see how we're doing on this stage. How we doing on this stage? I don't even have enough accuracy on my Stag Knight, and all of my other champions are too slow. Wow. Am I that slow, bro? Am I like that slow? Ah, damn petrification, man. You know what's gonna be your best friend in here, guys? I know everybody got super excited that Polymorph is not as good in PvP. Well, I don't know how to break it to you guys, but I think Polymorph will be very good in PvE. I think Polymorph will be very good in PvE. Just saying it. Just saying it. Okay? I'm just saying it. Armans will carry the barbarians, yeah. So anybody here wants Armans nerfed? Saying that he's too OP or anything like that? Look. One thing that I haven't paid attention to, and I need to see it, are my stats from the Great Hall working on the test server for the faction wars? They are, because I'm ignoring defense with Marichka. So my stats for from that, they work, which shows that even with my max Great Hall for faction wars hard mode, it's just not an easy peasy. But I'm fine with it. I'm down for a good challenge. The thing is, this shouldn't be a sprint. We shouldn't be able to complete this instantly and stuff like that. I think it's better to be more challenging so we have more content and stuff like that. I know some of you guys will disagree with it, but I think it's good as it is, yeah. 200 tons. That's what we need to do on this stage, right? So basically, I need to up a bit my my speed. Look at that. Faction Unity Champion. Not looking good for you. Really not looking good for you. Polymorph. I've told you, Polymorph is going to be one of your best friends in here. And I wasn't joking. I was really not joking. You just instantly drop them from 100% HP to 50% HP. Instantly. Wait, do I want to revive? I'm not so sure. The conditions, they don't seem too bad. We're gonna go over all of them because I still haven't showed them all. I forgot. Decrease attack. You see the boss just counter-attacking, buffing the waves. Got a stun there. Beautiful. Ah, they changed positions. Argala is on the right side now. And Rowan on the left. Huh? And there it goes. GGG's. I'm going to have to let them all die, you know? The design is cool. That is the way they change the colors and stuff, yeah? Work is calling. I'll catch you later, buddy. Have a good one. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Come on, Marichka. Can you die? Thank you. Oh, shit. Our revive is far away. We need to survive 2 turns. How is that gonna happen? It's not. Okay. So if you build your team around it, which I haven't done, I'm not gonna struggle with my account. It's gonna be a challenge. Probably some stages might drive me nuts. But I think for a filthy degenerate whale, Kraken, we should be good. Yo, what's up, Salty? Doing pretty good, buddy. Anytime, man. Anytime. And yeah, guys, if you haven't dropped a like, man, like, look, I don't tend to ask you guys for much stuff. But today I feel like actually asking you guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do it. We drop content, right? Anything that you need to know about Raid Shadow Legends, you find on this channel. Drop a like, man. It costs you absolutely nothing. It helps me out. I'm giving you guys free information, help me out as well. I really appreciate it. But heading back to conditions. So, one stage, you open it. Actually, no, you don't go to the stages. You go right here. Conditions. Bannerlords. So this is for Bannerlords. I'm not gonna... Actually, I'm gonna read them quick. Stage 1. I'm not gonna read the stage. Okay, I'm not gonna read the stage, but I'm gonna read next to it. And I'm gonna move it up so you guys are gonna understand. Reduce 6+ enemies HP by 50% with 1 skill. That should be doable on the easiest. Place 10 provoke debuffs. Place 10 stun debuffs. Manipulate buffs or debuffs 20+ times. Land 40 hits on enemies while they are under a leech. Who has leech in the barbarians? The Bannerlord, sorry. We have some epics, right? I can't remember a legendary. Is it fun? Yeah, I like it. It's a challenge. I like it. Manipulate the thermometer 40 times. Clear the stage in 100 turns. Reduce 9+ enemies HP by 50% with 1 skill. 15 provokes. Use at least 3 epic champions. Defeat all enemies when they have no buffs on them. Place 15 stuns. Do not receive more than 10 debuffs. Clear the stage in 150 turns. Beat the stage with all champions alive at all time, so nobody to die. Defeat 3 enemies using an ally attack skill or a counter attack. Don't land any weak hits. Defeat 4 enemies before they take a turn. How? Taras can one-shot one. I mean, Baron could probably one-shot him too. Get an extra turn 5+ times. Relentless. RNG. Keep all your champions above 75% HP. Clear the stage in 200 turns. It stuns. Yeah, stuns, I guess they will work too, yeah. Stun sets, Pocket, yeah. Stun sets. Because that shouldn't count as taking a turn. Because they're not really taking a turn. Then, moving on to High Elves. Heal your champions by 500k. Holy smokes. Isn't that a lot of healing, bro? On stage 1? What am I gonna do? Take 5 healers in the team? Place 10 freeze debuffs. Place 10 stuns. Reduce the HP for 6 enemies by 50% with 1 skill. Manipulate buffs or debuffs 20 times. Manipulate thermometer 40 times. Clear the stage in 100 turns. Heal your champion's HP by 1 million. 15 freeze. Use at least 3 epics. Place 15 stuns. Defeat all enemies when they have no buffs or... when they have no buffs on them. Reduce 9+ enemies' HP by 50% with 1 skill. Clear the stage in 150 turns. Beat the stage with all champions alive at all times. Get an extra turn 5+ times. Don't land any weak hits. Defeat 4+ enemies before they take a turn. Defeat 3 enemies using ally attack skills or counterattacks. Defeat 3 enemies while your champions are under 7 or more buffs. Clear the stage in 200 turns. Regen set, most likely. Sacred Order. 10 provokes, 20 poisons, 10 stuns. Reduce the HP of 6 enemies by 50% with 1 skill. 10 HP burns. Manipulate the thermometer 40 times. Clear the stage in 100 turns. 15 provokes. Defeat 3 enemies using ally attacks or counterattacks. Use at least 3 epic champions. Reduce the HP of 9 enemies by 50% with 1 skill. Defeat all enemies when they have no buffs on them. Place 15 HP burns. Clear the stage in 150 turns. Beat the stage with all champions alive. Get an extra turn 5 times. Don't land weak hits. Defeat 4 enemies before they take a turn. Defeat 3 enemies while they're under 10 debuffs. Keep all your champions' HP above 75%. Clear the stage in 200 turns. So, 10 debuffs shouldn't be a problem, to be honest. I feel like that's gonna be pretty straightforward. You're gonna be able to bring in champions from these factions. The Telarians, they do have good champions, right? So it's not the biggest issue there. I feel like on some other factions, we might struggle with some of the conditions. Ogrin Tribes. Place 20 poisons, place 10 stuns, place 10 provokes. Whoa, daddy! C'hai premita colo? Dinosaur? Whoa. Sorry, guys. I have the little boss coming in. Where were we? 10 provoke debuffs, manipulate buffs or debuffs 20 times, land 40 hits on enemies while they're under a leech. We have that. Manipulate turn meter 40 times, clear the stage in 100 turns, place 15 stuns, place 15 provokes, use at least 3 epics, defeat enemies using bomb debuffs. We've got that too. Place War Mother. Place 15 HP burn debuffs. Defeat all enemies when they have no buffs on them. Clear the stage in 150 turns. Beat the stage with all champions alive at all times. Get an extra turn 5+ times. Don't land any weak hits. Defeat 3 enemies while your champions are under 7 or more buffs. Defeat 3 enemies while they're under 10 debuffs. Keep your champions above 75% and clear the stage in 200 turns. I think there's that Grinch champion. That Grinch-ass looking champion that does bombs as well, no? You see, the day where people wish they would have had a War Mother is here. Moving on to the Lizardman. Grouch, yeah. Heal your champion by 500,000. Place 10 stuns, place 20 poisons. The lizards. What poisoners we have in the lizards? Ah, we have Dracomorph, duh. Place 10 provokes. Reduce their HP of 6 enemies with 1 skill by 50%. Manipulate turn meter 40 times. Clear the stage in 100 turns. Heal your champions by 1 million. I'm trying to think what and Venomage Chaguria, what good healers we have in this faction, bro. Half an hour to 1 hour, why? Ah, okay. 15 stuns. I can't. Ah, yeah, we have Python and Sulfurion. Yeah. Use at least 3 epic champions, 15 provoke debuffs. Defeat all enemies when they have no buffs on them. Reduce the HP of 9 enemies by 50% or more with 1 skill. Clear the stage in 150 turns. Beat the stage with all champions alive at all time. Get an extra turn 5 times. Don't land weak hits. Defeat enemies before they take a turn. Defeat enemies while they're under 10 debuffs. That's doable. Keep all your champions above 75% HP and clear the stage in 200 turns. Skullord is also Reviver, correct? Yeah, they buffed him. He's much better now. It seems like every single stage on stage 21, it seems to have the 200 turns. Every stage 20, it seems to have 75% HP. Right? No. On stage 20, no, actually. So, Skinwalkers. 20 poisons. 10 stuns. Manipulate buffs or debuffs. Place provoke 10 times. Reduce the HP with 1 skill on 6 enemies. Manipulate turn meter. Clear the stage in 100 turns. Place 15 stuns. 15 provokes. Use at least 3 epic champions. Manipulate buffs or debuffs. Defeat all enemies when they have no buffs. Defeat 3 enemies using ally attacks or counterattacks. Clear the stage in 150 turns. Beat the stage with all champions alive. Get an extra turn 5 times. Don't land any weak hits. Defeat 3 enemies while your champions are under 7 or more buffs. Okay, this is not a very common one, but getting 7 buffs in some factions might not be that easy. Don't let your enemies use any active skills. Defeat 3 enemies while they're under 10 debuffs and 200 turns. Yeah, boss stages are turn challenges, yep. Orcs. 10 provokes, 10 stuns, 6 enemies with 1 skill, 50% HP. Manipulate the skill cooldowns 10 times, 10 HP burns. Tila Goremane. Manipulate the thermometer. Clear the stage in 100 turns, 15 provokes, 15 stuns, 3 epic champions. Defeat all enemies when they have no buffs. Seer. Manipulate buffs or debuffs. Seer. Defeat 3 enemies using ally attack skills or counter attacks. Do we have ally attacks for orcs? I don't think so, right? So counter attack accessories, masteries. We have Krila, we have ally attacks, yeah? Clear the stage in 150 turns. Beat the stage with all champions alive. Defeat 4+ enemies before they take a turn. No weak hits. Defeat 3 enemies while your champions are under 7 or more buffs. Don't let your enemies use any active skills. Keep the champions above 75% HP and 200 turns. And Garrel? Yep, Garrel as well, yep. I just got her, actually. Awesome. Then, Demon Spawns. HP Burn. 10 Provokes. Dragstar. 20 Poisons. Bombs. Lord Shazar. Commodus. Poison in Demons. Either Toxic sets. Either some epics, maybe. I can't remember. We're gonna check. I really don't remember, to be honest. Provoke sets too, yeah. Kymar, yeah. Kymar brings poisons. Correct. Leon saving the day. 10 stuns. Manipulate thermometer. Clear the stage in 100 turns. 15 HP burns. 10+ enemies. Defeat them using bombs. 3 epics. Defeat all enemies when they have no buffs. 15 provokes. 15 stuns. 150 turns. Beat the stage with all champions alive. Don't let your enemies use any active skills. Don't land any weak hits. Defeat the enemies while your champions are under perfect veil. 10 block revive debuffs. 4+ enemies before they take a turn. And clear the stage in... Oh! Mulțumesc! Yummy, yummy! Ce da, mami, acolo? Ce e aia? What's that, mami? Then, moving on to the next one. Block Revive, we have Bloodwind Initwi. And I can't remember what other Block Revive champions we have. And that Horde, 20 poisons. 40 hits on enemies while they're under a leech. Stuns, 10 provokes, 10 sleep debuffs. Manipulate the thermometer. Mortu Macab, good call. I forgot about him. Clear the stage in 100 turns. Land 60 hits on enemies while they're under a leech. Defeat all enemies when they have no buffs. 3 epic champions. Land 15 stuns, 15 provokes, 15 sleeps. Clear the stage in 150 turns. Carnage can do it too, correct. Yes, with the second form. Under 3 debuffs, right? Beat the stage with all champions alive at all time. Defeat 3 enemies using ally attacks or counter attacks. Easy peasy. Don't land any weak hits. Defeat 10 enemies while they are under fear or through fear. Not a problem either for that faction. Don't let your enemies use any active skills. Don't let your enemies heal. Ooh. Heal reduction, baby. And 200 turns. They're not necessarily as crazy, right? They're good conditions, but I don't think that they're like super busted, you know? When this update coming? Tuesday. Tuesday or Wednesday. Then, Dark Elves. 20 poisons, 10 freeze, 10 provoke, 10 sleeps, Defeat 6 enemies while they're under a hex. Mitrala. Manipulate turn meter. Clear the stage. Defeat all enemies when they have no buffs. 15 freeze. Who has freeze in the Dark Elves? Ray, correct. Good call, good call. Anyone else though? Yo, BM, what's up, brother? Luria, correct. Luria, epic champion. Durandil, yeah. Darkelhain. No, Darkelhain is undead. Isn't Darkelhain undead? Use at least 3 epic champions. Place 15 provokes. Manipulate skill cooldowns 15 times. Do not receive more than 10 debuffs. That's gonna be nasty. Clear the stage in 150 turns. Beat the stage with all champions alive. 10 block revive debuffs. Don't land any weak hits. Defeat 10 plus enemies while your champions are under a perfect veil. Defeat 3 enemies while they're under 10 debuffs. Don't let your enemies heal. Clear the stage in 200 turns. She counters freeze, yeah. Yo, what's up, Rodriguez? Hello, hello. Night Revenants. 20 poisons, 10 stuns, 10 provokes, manipulate skill cooldowns, defeat 6 enemies while they're under hex, manipulate turn meter 40 times, clear the stage in 100 turns, 15 provokes, manipulate skills, use at least 3 epics, defeat all enemies when they have no buffs, place 15 stuns, manipulate buffs or debuffs duration 30 times, clear the stage in 150 turns, beat the stage with all champions alive at all times, defeat 10 enemies while they're under fear through fear debuffs, don't land any weak hits, defeat 3 enemies while they're under 10 debuffs, get an extra turn 5 times, defeat 4 enemies before they take a turn, and clear the stage 200 turns. There are a few that seem to be a bit harder. I feel like the heal reduction one is gonna be challenging maybe for some factions. I can't really remember all of the champions that do it from each faction and stuff, right? But most of them seem doable if you have a good roster. I'm not expecting any of you guys to just basically drop in here out of nowhere with new accounts, mid-game accounts, and just trying to get this done as soon as you got your Lydia. It's not gonna happen, okay? You got your Lydia, I'm happy for you. It's great. But you're not going to move on to hard mode just like that, okay? This is going to be the most challenging content in the game together with the Chimera. Yeah, Carl has freeze in the Barbarian. And he's free as well. So, Barbarians, 10 stuns, 10 provokes, 10 freeze, 5 HP burn, manipulate skill cooldowns, manipulate turn meter, clear the stage in 100 turns, place 10 HP burns, place 15 stuns, use at least 3 epic champions, place 15 provoke debuffs, defeat 3 enemies using ally attacks or counter attacks, do not receive more than 10 debuffs. This is the one that seems pretty challenging, I think. Clear the stage in 150 turns. Beat the stage with all champions alive. Don't let your enemies use any active skills. Don't land any weak hits. Get an extra turn 5+ times. Defeat plus enemies before they take a turn. Keep all your champions HP above 75% and clear the stage in 200 turns. And why the heck is the Barbarian here? How did the Barbarians got lost in there? Shouldn't it be up with the Telerians? Exactly, Cruz. Exactly. So, as you probably noticed on the two stages where we tried it, right? I mean, they are challenging. Faction unity champions, etc. Yeah, you do have immunity, but if you don't time it perfectly, yeah, that is going to be. But I don't think It says at all time. I think when you finish the fight, they need to be over 75%. I think. Or maybe it's at all time, actually. Based on the wording, yeah. Might be at all time, yeah. Sylvan Watchers. Heal for half a million. Place 10 freeze debuffs. Place 10 decrease speed. Manipulate buffs or debuffs. Manipulate skill cooldowns. Manipulate thermometer. Clear the stage in 100 turns. Heal your champions by 1 million. Place 15 freeze. Use at least 3 epic champions. Manipulate thermometer. Manipulate skill cooldowns. Manipulate buff or debuff duration 30 times. Clear the stage in 150 turns. Beat the stage with all champions alive at all times. Defeat 3+ enemies using ally attacks, skills, or counterattacks. Don't land any weak hits. Place 4+ stunned buffs. Defeat 3 enemies while your champions are under 7 or more buffs. Keep all your champions HP above 75%. Clear the stage in 200 turns. Yeah, block damage, some big shields. Strengthen. Yeah, you need to not fall below 75%, yeah. Croydon is back on the menu. I need to actually finish my stuff for the Barbarian faction too. The referral account. Maybe that champion is gonna be helpful. Shadowkins. 10 stuns, 10 provokes. We already went over this, but we're gonna go again. 10 HP burns, manipulate skill cooldowns, land 40 hits on enemies while they're under leech, manipulate thermometer, clear the stage in 100 turns, place 15 stuns, place 15 provokes, use at least 3 epic champions, land 60 hits on enemies while they're under leech, manipulate skill cooldowns, defeat all enemies when they have no buffs, clear the stage in 150 turns, beat the stage with all champions alive at all times. Defeat 10+ enemies while your champions are under a perfect veil. Don't land any weak hits. Defeat 4+ enemies before they take a turn. Defeat 3 enemies while they're under 10 debuffs. Don't let your enemies use any active skills. Clear the stage in 200 turns. Do we need a fusion for 10 debuffs? It can be helpful, but it's not mandatory, Big D. I mean, we have stacked accounts. Dwarfs, 10 HP burns, 10 stuns, 10 provokes, 10 freeze. Reduce 6 enemies' HP by 50% with 1 skill. Manipulate thermometer. Clear the stage in 100 turns. Place 15+ HP burns. Place 15 stuns. Use at least 3 epic champions. Place 15 provoke debuffs. Defeat all enemies when they have no buffs on them. Manipulate skills cooldowns. Clear the stage in 150 turns. Beat the stage with all champions alive. Defeat 3 enemies using ally attack skills or counterattacks. Don't land any weak hits. Get an extra turn 5+ times. Defeat 3 enemies while your champions are under 7 or more buffs. We do need a lot of buffs on the faction though. Keep all your champions HP above 75% and clear it in 200 turns. That's how it goes, guys, in terms of all of the conditions. Bro, good question. I don't think so. I do not think so. No. Yep. Nothing. Nothing to count you anything. You're just going to be able to see it when you click on that escape to see if You got 3 stars or not? One thing that I was gonna say one thing that I forgot was this, but you can actually see it here. On the post screen, yeah. On the post screen, it shows you if you got 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, but it doesn't show you how many stuns you landed or anything like that. I haven't seen that, unless I'm blind, you know? Yeah, they have mythicals in the waves, yeah. Of course. And faction unity champs everywhere. Guys, I'll be back in a minute. Then I'm gonna do one more thing before I'm gonna end the stream. I have no time to try the dwarf as well, unfortunately. What I'm going to try is the faction wars mythical champion. We're gonna quickly have a sneak peek at it. Then I will be doing a guide on that champion for tomorrow. But I'm gonna leave you on this screen for a minute till I get back. I'm gonna be a couple of minutes, okay? Right, I'm back, guys. I'm curious how it's gonna be on Oro though to be the bosses, because after you complete faction wars, right? You don't want to spend your time every day manually hard mode faction wars for glyphs, right? I don't want to do that. I don't know how many of you guys want to do that. No music, bro, because I'm getting copyright strikes. I'm not playing music on YouTube. So, let me show you first the build with attack, okay? I think defense is going to be the way for her, not attack. But I'm still going to show you with attack as well. So we can actually see the difference, right? It's not bad news. It's actually good news because we're getting better glyphs now, bro. They have free music? They have, but it's trash. Right. So this is a build with attack, guys, okay? These are the total stats. Decent-ish stats. Nothing crazy. We don't have a blessing. Not the best pieces in here by the looks of it. Let me just do one thing, actually. Let me give her attack boots. Anything that won't drop our crit damage by 1,000,000. This one, okay. So 7.8k attack, 260 crit damage. I wish we would have higher crit damage. No relic. These are the masteries. Just a quick damage test. We want to see the difference, defense or attack. What's better, right? I think it's defense, to be honest. Yeah. Normal mode, they will have the same glyphs. Nothing changes there. This little bugger. Okay, defense down and weaken on everybody. If we kill somebody, we'll put the HP burn unresistible, right? Let's go versus Chagur. 60k, 82k, 86k. I don't know why they're dropping normal glyphs on hard mode either. Do not ask me because that pissed me off. That pissed me off. Now, I'm gonna show you another thing in a second too, right? This is AoE attack. We have no HP burn now. So the damage felt underwhelming like this, right? Who should we bring in? I don't want to bring Gizmak in though. So I'm gonna do Venus. The patch will be next week, yeah. So now we have HP burn. When the enemy is under HP burn or freeze, we ignore 50% of the target's defense. And if we kill somebody, we place HP burn on everybody. Now with this skill now, because they are under HP burn, we're gonna instantly activate it. And the passive will give us additional damage. So let's go with the AoE. The damage still doesn't feel too good like this. Is your clan clearing UNM Arabia? What's Arabia, bro? Let's go versus Chagur now. 176, 157, much better damage when they're under HP burn. Now, this was an attack build, okay? If we're gonna swap that around a bit. Let's see if it's going to be better. You know what's good on hard mode, actually, bro? You know what's good on hard mode on the glyphs? You cannot get 5-star, I think. I don't think you can get 5 stars. So that's good. If you cannot get 5-star glyphs, I don't mind getting uncommon as long as I don't get 4 and 5-star. I'm gonna build her on defense now, bro. I want to try them both so I can see which one is good. I'll keep the other one, though. Yeah. Yeah, daddy. Say hello, the salute. The salute. So I'm looking for a good glove that has defense as well.
Good. Yeah, look,
This one is good because it has attack.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
So I need 2 stone skin pieces.
Yeah.
So I keep it on the same build. In case if I'm sticking with that. And the attack will be just bonus, basically. So I need to up a little bit the crit rate. Damn, can I have one with 13, bro? Seriously? No. So we're gonna go overkill on crit rate a bit. We'll use this one. I could change masteries for 5 for 50 more attack, right? But it's good as it is. Right, so now we go on a defense build. So cute, thank you. The defense is low, so that's one of the main things that made me think that attack is better. If you look at her base stats, attack 1,500, defense 1,300. But we're gonna see now if the damage gets better or it doesn't. So, Dragon Slayer. What I'm going to do, because usually A champion like her will benefit from having increased defense and increased attack. But before I tried her only with increased attack. So now I'm going to try her only with increased defense. Okay? And then we can do a mixture. Donatas, hello, buddy. Grats on pulling nice. Yeah, I would definitely try to get a bit of more HP on him, yeah. But I guess it really depends where you at in the game. Like, what's your level, you know? Like, 245 speed is decent. I'm not sure what crit damage you have on him as well. I don't have Glake yet, bro. I have Mitrala. So, let's go with the AoE attack now. Yeah. Much better. Much better. Much better. So, defense is the way. Defense is the way. Gotcha, yeah. So, I would try to get more HP, but I wouldn't sacrifice more than like 20, 25 speed, you know? Damn, I cannot attack Chagur because he doesn't have weaken, so... 200k, 167. I want to try it again versus Chagur, though. Because that was our threshold. Yeah, it's pretty crystal clear. You need to build her with defense, not with high attack. So the main priority should be defense. And then whatever else comes in as attack, consider it as a bonus. Like the AoE was as clear as it could get. Because it almost one-shot him. Much better, much better. Now, one thing that I'm curious... Yeah? One thing that I'm curious is the second form, the passive. I think Kaylat is going to be great for faction wars and stuff. Siege mode. She does do more damage under enemies that are under HP burn and freeze, but let's be realistic for a second. In how many cases you're going to be able to pull off a crazy good team for PvP, having both HP burn, having freeze, having her in the team as well? Is not something that's going to occur very often. So, while I would love to basically show you the biggest numbers she brings to the table, I do want to kind of like keep it in mind that it's something that I won't be able to replicate in most fights. And HP burn is way more important for the current meta because you need to melt the stone skin, etc. Yeah, Tormin and Gizmek pair nice with her, but then you need other champions. You need other champions to really make it work, right? So right here, I'm just gonna use this skill. Damn, they all revived with the passive instantly. The ones that died. The ones that didn't are still alive. Or they all died. That's a strong passive. That's a very strong passive. That's a very strong passive. The spider web debuff will basically block the enemies from gaining Thermiter. Yeah, it's a bit of a Marichka style. She's gonna be nasty. Nasty for PvP. You're gonna get a good heal with 7.1k defense plus increased defense. No blessing on her at the moment. Yeah, she's gonna be strong. She's gonna be strong. I think she's better than Carnage, to be honest. Ambrose is unique as well, but I think she's gonna be better than him as well. Yeah. Worth grinding for. Worth grinding for the champion, guys. I will be dropping a guide on her tomorrow. Stay tuned for it. On Sunday, I will be dropping a guide on Uzol. I really like his kit as well. If you did not have a chance to check it, you can go back at the beginning of the stream, or you can wait for it to end and watch that part again. I think this is a very good update, personally. I think it's a good update. We have 3 good champions. They both look good. The Mythical looks great, which is the 4th champion. Faction Wars hard mode. The relics are kind of trash. Nothing too crazy in there. But we're getting more materials for relics by farming Faction Wars. Now, one thing that I'm not very sure is how many of them we're going to get daily. 1, 2, 3, 5, 15, 20? No clue. Right? But this will drop from Faction Wars. And let me double check it again. Can we actually... Yeah, so we can still get 5-star glyphs, but no 4-star glyphs. So you gotta pray that you're getting high rarity glyphs. I'm very curious to see the drop rates for this. We're gonna have to wait for Seth to data mine all the info. I already tried to auto run some stages, but they're not easy. Let's just go again. Sacred Order, bro. Look, Sacred Order. This is a pretty good team. We can always drop Sir Nicholas for somebody else. Hell, I'm gonna bring the faction Faction Wars reward champion. The best one, I think, the Sylvan Watcher and the Dwarf are really good. Let's see. Can we win this? And then we'll end the stream. Now, you don't want to do that on this stage. What the heck happened with my Lady Noelle, bro? She got wrecked. Was that Jintoro that dealt so much damage to her? Full auto, baby. But I don't think this is the best team for this stage, personally. But ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the stream, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it just yet. And as usual, appreciate every single one of you guys tuning in, spending your Friday afternoon, morning, or evening here with me. And I will catch you all in the next one. I'll try to do a stream next week as well. I don't promise you 100%, but I am trying to get 1 to 2 streams done every single week. So make sure you guys subscribe to that. If you haven't joined my Discord, the link is in the description down below. You're going to get notified in there. Plus, you're going to find out about things faster than anyone else. Much love, and I'll catch you all in the next one, guys. Peace.